Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Slorter in the house. And yes, sir, I told y'all, man, we consistent. We come with another one. It's been a couple days, though. But I told y'all I wanted to give y'all the Pop Smoke video. And I had to just really see what the week was looking like towards the information. But I'm glad I did wait. Because the Block Star interview with No Jumper came out. Wack was talking to Relly on Clubhouse. So we got a lot of shit to get into. As y'all know from the previous video I told y'all before, they was basically saying that Pop Smoke got set up because he was supposed to turn ape and the niggas from New York set him up and all this shit. And my concern ain't really with that. You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of, like, since this conversation been going on, there's been a lot of topics I want to hit just because of the Pop Smoke shit, for real. For me. Hold on. So, about that, a lot of people is looking at New York to do something about it, right? About the whole Pop Smoke situation. Oh, yo, go slide, go get back. A lot of people is looking to New York about that shit. And I want to explain something to you about New York City. Or just a lot of shit, period. And the nigga Wax said it. And I'm not going to lie. He had a Clubhouse with Relly. And he said a lot of points that I agree with. But I'm going to get to that later on in the video. I just want to speak on one thing that he said. A gang member can't be the king of anywhere. And that was so true. That he said that because it's like, we want to say Pop Smoke is the king of New York, but New York is too divided on it. So people want New York to slide. Oh, New Yorkers should slide. New Yorkers should slide. It's people out here that really hated that man. Like, he dissed certain niggas in them songs. Like, they don't give a fuck. They praising this Block Star boy. They praising son right now and praising his niggas. Yo, fuck that nigga. So you can't want New York to slide back. You can only want his specific set of niggas to slide back because the whole New York ain't going for it, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't got no problem with Pop Smoke. I'm just being real. Whole New York ain't going for it, bro. Niggas ain't about to go slide for boy because there's too many niggas. He dissed certain niggas. Niggas is like, fuck him. Man, Coach already name dropped him. You feel what I'm saying? About, yo, whatever line he said. But that just go to show you that, yeah, a lot of people did love him in New York, but the whole New York didn't love him. So it's not one of those situations where you could expect New York to slide or every New Yorker gonna be like, yo, pop, fuck that. We about to go out for Pop. Niggas ain't doing that, bro. And people gotta understand that. If you want somebody to retaliate, it gotta be those niggas. He ain't the king. He can't walk with his head held high nowhere or nothing. And that goes into a lot of the shit that I want to even talk about with this Pop Smoke shit, man. About how lost niggas really is when it comes to this shit out here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I didn't see the entire interview, but I did see key points of the interview with the dude Block Star. He really didn't speak on too much. He tried to debunk the fact that it was a setup and some shit. But in all reality, because it's still niggas fighting the case, I doubt he would say it's a setup because then you open a whole new can of worms. Just like he wouldn't release the information on how they got the address. He wouldn't speak on the shooter or nothing. He's not going to talk. And if he's saying like, yo, nobody ain't set him up, you gotta understand, he's gonna protect the brand at all costs. Just like he didn't mention the killer. I don't know if it was a setup or not, but all I'm saying is, if he started on what he started on, he ain't never gonna tell you if a killer, who the killer was, if it was a setup or not. He's not gonna release a lot of those details, and he's gonna give you what the media already knows. Because if I open up a can of worms or say anything slight, I could open up a whole new branch for other niggas that was probably involved that did not get caught. So even that alone is like, yo, you won't get the truth no time soon about what really happened. You basically might say, this might be like, I can't say like a Tupac situation or a Biggie situation, because them shits like Tupac is just going through right now, and the Biggie shit never got solved. So, yeah, you can't say it's one of those situations, but it's just information that niggas might just take to the grave, and people gotta understand that. Like, you might not really like, I see what Relly was trying to do, but if you really thought you was gonna get answers from them niggas, like just cold doubt, unless boy was turning state, like it wasn't happening, you feel what I'm saying? And then, even deeper than that, we also thought this nigga just came out. And I did see the article months ago that he came out, and I overlooked this shit. But when he cut that ankle monitor off, that was just him getting off papers, because he been out, you feel me saying? Or him just getting out that situation because he been out, you feel me? And I just want people to know that part too. Like, he's defending the brand right now. He's not gonna put no real information that's gonna incriminate nobody or do anything like that. When you following street roads, that's what you gotta do. You understand what I'm saying? That's just the reality of that situation. So don't expect no true answers behind that. He was like halfway remorseful too. I didn't really understand that. Like, he wanted to take it back, but he didn't want to sound like a soft nigga and say he was sorry, which is weird, you feel me? But I mean, if you sorry, you sorry. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to take it back, you want to take it back, bro. Like, you a man at the end of the day. Don't let, even your dogs, they gotta jack you and respect you anyway. You stood on the code. If you feel like you wanted to take it back and you feel like you was sorry, be sorry, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Be sorry, be apologetic. Like, I understand, like, nigga, look at what the terms of life gave you dealing with these motherfuckers, dealing with the streets. Not saying your peoples is bad, but I'm just saying the streets in general, you feel what I'm saying? It's good niggas in the streets, you feel me? But it's corrupted, so it fucks us up, you feel what I'm saying? But if these really your niggas, and they gotta accept that, you feel what I'm saying? That you sorry about it and you feel a certain way, you feel me? Look, I ain't telling nobody. I stood on my 10, I did my time, but at the end of the day, I still feel like, as a man, I'm sorry, you feel what I'm saying? And I feel like he was battling with that because, you know, it's still that street side of him. He didn't really like people expecting a lot out of a nigga that only did 4 years, bro. Like, in no reality, or not even 4 years, because it happened in 2020. He came out some months ago, so what, 3 and change for real? Like, let's be honest, you feel what I'm saying? So you expected a lot from somebody that didn't really, like, it's a difference if he came out 15 years and he was still on that type of mentality, then it's like, oh shit, like, but you know what I'm saying? He didn't really do a lot of time. And even in that little bit of time that he did do, I see signs of growth through the interview. But, you know, it's what it is. You feel what I'm saying? It's the cocoon, the shell that street niggas carried, where the pride is the shell. So it's like, I don't never want to look a certain way to the masses, you feel me? I want these people to think like, yeah, I'm like this, I'm like that, you feel what I'm saying? So he was never going, but I did see signs of growth, and I want people to not be mad. Like, I see a lot of people talking about Adam 22 and how he should have never interviewed him and shit like that. Like, he got no voice, he got no class. Like, you can't be mad at this shit, man. You really can't, like, honestly speaking, because everybody that's doing videos on it, everybody that's like, all of us out here, everybody's trying to get some type of money at the end of the day. What other people are willing to do for money is measured differently. You understand what I'm saying? What you might think is morally incorrect, another person might not think is morally incorrect. And it's like, we could say, all right, cool, yo, why'd you do that? That was disrespectful. But shit, how many of y'all running around saying y'all smoking Tuka? You feel me? And this nigga moms is crying. Like Charleston White said it, yo, the nigga moms be crying. And people's like, yo, smoking Tuka. People that don't even know what the fuck is going on. Who a Tuka is. Motherfuckers that just thought it was weed. You running around saying this. So it's like, something we gotta be a little bit more like, we gotta be a little more, like, don't be sensitive to one thing and don't be sensitive to one thing and then not be sensitive to the other thing. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, this is just the reality of this shit. Like, I doubt nobody wasn't going to interview him. Somebody was going to interview him. Like, you had Relly put him on the live. Like, Relly put him on the live. You feel me? And just to even speak on this shit deeper, we could get to the whack conversation with Relly. And I was just like, damn, like, it shit fucked me up. Like, I don't want to say it fucked me up, but Relly put himself in a position with that interview where now it's like you made yourself like, you know, first of all, a lot of people like you know them, they call him the clap chaser. From saying, I don't know your relationship with Pop Smoke. From saying, shouts out to you, I don't know your relationship with Pop Smoke. That might have been your man's, that might be your people's, you feel me? So you feel offended, which is 100% valid. You feel me saying? That's your man's, you feel offended, as you should. You feel me saying? But in that, when you debating with somebody, it's just a certain type of, you gotta come knowing this shit already. Like, I felt like Relly went in there thinking that he was gonna just step all, and I'm a New York nigga, so I'm not biased. And I felt like Relly went on the Clubhouse thinking that he was gonna just run the whole Clubhouse situation, make niggas look soft, think his point, and it kind of didn't come off like that. Just as a listener, being unbiased, you feel me saying? Wack made a lot of key points, very like adult, intelligent, and all that when it came to him pressing Relly about the situation, as far as do he know him, as far as the questions about like saying Pop Smoke is not the king of New York because he can't move around. You understand what I'm saying? Like that. Relly tried to bring up the Pop situation and compare Remo, and he was like, yo, you can't say the same shit for Pac because Pac ain't go looking for argument. I mean, nobody ain't come just rob Pac. Pac went to the situation at hand, and that was a retaliation for something that Pac actually went and did. So it's like, it's so, I felt like when Relly went there, he really went there like, yo, I'm on timing, and instead of being like, instead of using his brain in that one, because I see he's a smart guy as far as the other lives and shit. He's not a stupid guy. But I felt like he went in that emotional, more or less, because of what was going on. You feel me saying? I don't know if it was, you know, they tried to say it was an act. I don't know if it was really an act, but now they didn't say, yo, pass your information. You act like you want to fight for this nigga. I'll get you to shake with this nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Because, I mean, nobody really cared, because, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say nobody really cares, but this is watched, but it's not, like, heavy. So, for the people that is tuned in, if you really gave him your information, they want to see you go fight Blockstar. I advise not to. But, at the same token, you put yourself in a situation to fight Blockstar. So now if it never comes about and then Wack, yo, you know that nigga never yada da 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 da. We knew that then it make you look a certain way. You feel me? But you put yourself in a situation where you have to look a certain way now. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why I said you went in there like with more emotion than anything. You feel what I'm saying? Because if really all you wanted to get it was answers, and you was trying to straighten shit out, and you was trying to really get your point across, you feel what I'm saying? Could have went about it a little bit more differently. Not that I disagree with how you feel, because like you said, that's your man's. Pops, you had a relationship with Pops, so I feel you 100%. But I just felt like, yeah, like he calmly, like he didn't even yell, like it wasn't no arguing. Like I seen Wack, he be arguing with niggas and he didn't even really super argue with you. You feel me saying? It was like he didn't have to. It's like, yo, who am I speaking to? You feel me saying? Like this nigga don't know nothing what he's talking about. You feel me saying? And I just felt like that was crazy. Speaking of the Clubhouse, they was also talking about Pop Smoke turning blood. And shout out to Wack, because it wasn't Wack. I'm not sure who it was, because I watched it through third party. I wasn't actually listening to the Clubhouse, so they didn't have like who names or anything was on there. I believe I watched it through the Ruminati network. Shout out to them. About Pop Smoke about to be blood, and that's why the whole setup is, and that's a lot what people are talking about. But I do want to cancel one thing out from that clip that he put in, and it wasn't, shout out to the Illuminati, it wasn't him. Shout out to Wack, it wasn't him. I don't know who was talking on that motherfucker, but they was spreading a lot of misinformation about New York gangs. Pop was not a 60s. allegedly was in the 60s. He was a Get Straight Cash member. 100 Clocks is not a Crip set. It's a neighborhood. 092 is not a Crip set. It's a block. You understand what I'm saying? These is blocks. You understand what I'm saying? That's all they are. It's neighborhood shit. It's just other gang and other shit. Like, it's a melting pot. Like, people don't understand New York City is a melting pot. So you got people from Cali, you got people from Chicago, you got people from Miami. I'm tired of people saying, yo, niggas just copied the narrative and took it, and New York shouldn't have been a guy. First of all, it's Bloods and Crips in almost every state. That's just one. Two, it can't be a narrative when you got people moving here. It's people in Cali that got family in New York and they brung this shit over here. You understand what I'm saying? Crip ain't just get made out here, you feel me? Like, niggas brought it out. All of these things people brought here. You understand what I'm saying? The members brought it here. That's why it's here. Just like it's in, nobody says it about Georgia. Everybody wants to say it about New York. Nobody says it about Atlanta. Same gangs. A lot of them from New York culture. Ones that was created in New York. The whole East Coast. Nobody says nothing about the East Coast. But, and it's say New York. But all them same gangs that migrated. It's just what people do, bro. Like, just like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody following somebody out in this motherfucker. But to get back to that, the whole setup and situation, like I said in the other video, victimhood, unless you was born a victim, somehow you put yourself in victimhood. You understand what I'm saying? It might not be directly your fault, but something indirect. Always, man. It's always like that. Like, oh, I couldn't have went outside this day. I shouldn't have went outside this day. Or I shouldn't have went with this person. I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have did that. You feel me? And that's what causes these problems. So the reasons why the setups look like, why the whole situation looks like a setup is just all the details that's missing from the story. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't want to say the fans is looking for an answer. Trust me. I feel like this is 4 years ago. People just ruled it out on them, and Son is going to take the heap of the problems, irregardless to whatever happens, unless it comes out that it was already a setup. You understand what I'm saying? But it just, you know, the details, like the call, the 911 call coming from New York, it questions the people that was in the house. You understand what I'm saying? His friends not doing nothing in retaliation. It questions them. Them taking pictures with certain people that's connected to the killers. It questions them. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody has a gang affiliation that's the same thing as the killers. That questions them. It's always going to be questions. I was incarcerated for Pop's run in the streets when it came to music. But I heard the same shit, the same rumor. Oh, Pop was about to turn blood and da-da-da-da-da-da. And this was before he died. I was hearing this. Oh, Pop Smoke, he about to become blood. He about to da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You feel me saying? So, it's just all these pieces of information. Like, I could sit here and explain it like, yo, oh, boom. It's so plausible that this is why it's even suspicious and people have this theory that he did get set up, because it's so plausible when you think about it. Like, all right, say Pop Smoke was turning blood. He wasn't fucking with Charles. I was supposedly trying to extort him or some shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I set the whole situation up. Boom, y'all out there. The law already out there because he put the bag in whatever this case may be. Perfect timing. This is the time to strike. He dropped the low anyway. Perfect time to strike. You know what he had already because that's our man's. Bang, bang, boom. The whole setup happens. He get knocked off. Everybody's crying, whimpering, whoever was on paper to make money that he was dealing with in the streets and his business side of the business side of things, whoever was on paper to make money, they made their little bread off the next 2 posthumous albums, you feel me, plus the family or whatever, who I know obviously his moms and whatever, they have nothing to do with it at all. You understand what I'm saying? But they made the money off the posthumous albums. But if you think about it right there, that same exact year, Favi drives Big Drip. He goes up. Thanks to Mace, but it just also looks like we had all this in position, you feel what I'm saying? We already knew what was about to happen. Because it wasn't like Favi wasn't already signed to Mason. All of this wasn't already, that was already put in motion for Favi. Favi was already on the forward motion. You had multiple niggas that was on forward motion. It's like, all right, we could just get behind them. You feel me saying? Pop out the way. We could get behind them and make swaggy, get them swaggy. JD was on the move at that time. Favi's on the move coming up at that time. You feel me saying? Dusty's a different game, but he was on the move at that time. So it's like, oh, Ross Swish was coming up at that time. For me, he from Pop Smoke's neighborhood. So it just looks so plausible. But you can't never say it's true. You feel me saying? I can't say it's true. I don't know these people. You feel me saying? I don't know how slimy or grimy and what people really would go to, but it just looks so plausible because y'all had all these options of niggas that was coming up right after the fact that Pop passed. It's like, I bet now everybody hitting, music is coming. There was so many opportunities to replace him. You feel me saying? Then Favi actually bust after Big Drip. And then it's like, yeah, we definitely got the replacement for this guy. You feel me saying? Especially if Favi has some type of knowledge. Which they trying to say, but, because they didn't have, shout out to Peep Film, shout out to Drizzy Giuliani. Drizzy Giuliano, if I pronounce your name wrong, I apologize. He was speaking on issues that Pop Smoke had with Fabio before he passed over somebody in Favi camp got beat up by somebody in Pop Smoke camp and got a chain took in and some situation like that. You feel me saying? I don't want to speak too much on that because I don't know so many details past the interview, but it was like that. He did mention names. I'm not gonna go there. So it was some type of turmoil between them when, you feel me saying, as he passed. But real gang shit trumps all, so we're not gonna go out there and make it seem like this, but this is what was going on behind the scenes. So it just was real plausible that it could possibly happen, but people put themselves in these, it's painted in these predicaments. Like when you're in the streets, man, people's always gonna think something, think this, think that, think this, think that. It's just a bunch of conspiracies, especially when the river don't run straight, when the road ain't straight. It's too much zigzags, like a highway and shit. So it's like, it's so much misdirection, you could go anywhere with it. But, all in all, these is different times. These is very difficult times. Music is taking heavy attacks. The culture, the morality, a lot of this shit is just not the same. You feel what I'm saying? It's really about a bag. We really in about a bag times. You feel what I'm saying? And the fact that if it really wasn't just a setup and it was a robbery going wrong just for that little bit of money to sacrifice his life for such a little bit of money is crazy, and to take somebody else's life for such a little bit of money is ridiculous. You feel what I'm saying? An insignificant amount of that, and that's no disrespect to them, nor is it disrespect to anybody. You feel what I'm saying? But like I always, and I'm gonna say in all these videos, man, they trick us out the system, man. They trick us. You feel what I'm saying? We trick ourselves. They tricked us already. We've been tricking ourselves. Right as of now, you feel me? That's probably the last, 20, 30 years, we've been tricking ourselves after we've been tricked. The trick was put on us, man. It's been put on us so bad, we tricking ourselves now, you feel me? And that's just the reality of it, man. Do I think Pop Smoke was set up? I don't know. I hope not. I don't want to just say I hope it was just a robbery because, I hope it was, I really wish it wasn't anything. You understand what I'm saying? But for what it is, I just really wish the situation is just what the situation, as boys saying the situation is. I hope he gets growth. I hope Black Star and the rest of them get growth. You know what I'm saying? They understand that this shit ain't really it. I pray really don't go fight Black Star. I doubt it happens, but I pray that, I hope really don't take it to the moon and really go fight this man. You feel me? Because I don't want to see nothing crazy happen to Rally. You feel me saying? I don't want to see nothing crazy happen to Black Star. None of these guys, man. You feel me saying? It would be tragic if anything happens to them. You feel me saying? You know what I mean? Like, I don't hate Blackstar, you feel me, because he killed somebody from New York. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate Wack because he makes takes and has opinions. You feel me saying? He can have an opinion about me, scumbag, whatever. I'm not gonna hate you because you have an opinion. You know what I'm saying? This is your job. You're supposed to have an opinions. I gotta take it like a man. You feel me saying? Everybody gonna have opinions. I might change your opinion. Opinions change. I might be able to change your opinion over time. You feel me? And I don't want to see nothing happen to Relly, man. Like, you feel me saying? Especially when you're a father, man. Like, I just want to see. I understand the emotion, but I feel like Pop wouldn't want no, like, crazy message. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just know what I want. And I don't want to see none of y'all hurt behind. No more people hurt behind this Pop Smoke situation and shit like that. So I hope they don't, you know what I'm saying? Because who knows? Somebody might bring a gun. This might not be regulated to the T. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody get hit with a stray. You don't never know these things. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, unless y'all really orchestrating like a celebrity boxing match or some shit like that, like, or something like that. And even still, man, I'm tired of us handling these problems publicly. Let's handle some of these things privately. You know what I mean? And like try to keep this shit under wraps. Cause like I said, we the puppets. We the entertainment for the people. You feel what I'm saying? They're gonna use us as the entertainment. Our downfalls and hardships. Like watching people struggle on Love and Hip Hop and all these fucking reality shows. The news is like a reality show. This person died and this gang was arrested. We the puppets for everybody entertainment, man. So I just hope it doesn't go no further, you feel what I'm saying? And I seen Hassan Campbell's take on the situation. I seen Seti Nash take on the situation. And they right, like it's just a bunch of it's just a bunch of lost souls, you feel what I'm saying? Doing shit, you feel me? So if God can't show us the way, I hope he forgive us for being lost, you feel what I'm saying? Because that's what we dealing with. Fatherless kids that's lost, you feel me? Or kids that got their father, or got their parents, but still consumed by the life. You know what I'm saying? Because when you step out your house, you feel me? Your parents can't protect you in every situation. When it comes time to make them decisions is gonna be made. Whether you thought about it or not at the time. And I just wanna say my condolences to Pop Smoke family for the loss, you feel what I'm saying? And it's crazy that this got to come back up 4 years after, and you know his moms might be seeing this everywhere and shit, and seeing the interview and then all of this. Like it's just crazy, man. But it's the video I promise. Doing a double today, so we working, y'all. Big bow, boom, to the next one. Slorter in the house. Just like, subscribe, fuck with your boy, man. Like, subscribe, fuck with me, y'all. Fuck with me. I told y'all, music dropping this week. Facts. Non-stop. I'm working for y'all. I'm working, man. Y'all.